It may not look like much yet, but I am standing in the soon-to-open Olio and Elaia, and today we're going to sit down with Ben Poremba and catch up on the project. So there are two restaurants, Olio and Elaia, and their sister, they're right next to each other. So how are they going to kind of complement but also contrast each other?
So it's actually one restaurant, but it has two aspects to it.
Okay.
Okay, that's the idea. It's one and the same place. What we did here, you've seen the space. We took two buildings and arbitrarily kind of connected them. Those buildings have nothing in common as far as their history, their architecture. They're from different periods. You know, where Olio is going to be, it was an old gas station built in the 30s. Mm-hmm. We did a historic preservation on the building, which meant that we had to satisfy kind of the cultural resources that built that space in the first place. So use the same brick.
And sourcing those bricks was not easy.
No, not easy at all. This was expensive brick. But what we did, we managed to salvage a lot of that brick, and that's what we used for the face of our bar, for the kitchen. Some elements are in the bathrooms. So the place itself is going to be very machinic, industrial looking. But if you know me, it's got to be fine as well. Mm-hmm. Elaia, since it's situated in a house, we did choose some elements that are sustainable and recyclable or recycled. The floor we use is cork. Some of the furniture we use there are made from composite, especially the chairs. And so the look inside Elaia is very refined, very mainstream, very modern, but at the same time very cozy, mm-hmm. and I think warm. The only thing that they have in common is that they're next to each other, and I like them both equally.
Yeah.
So I just decided to connect them.
Talk about the design process of that.
Right. So fairly simple. I mean, it's almost like playing Lego. I came in here and I saw this building and I said, oh, this is really cool. I want to do something nice in it. It's too small. And I looked around and said, well, and I also kind of like this house in a way. How about we just put a corridor between them?
Oh, easy.
Easy. And my architect said, yeah, sure we can. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And we can do a little more. I think it was very, very far-fetched, the notion of taking those two separate buildings, lots, and connecting them in a way that's gonna complement them. So Elaia is a tiny dining room, about 26, 28 seats.
That's really, really small.
That's really, really small. The concept is to just serve a tasting menu. How
do you see it being part of kind of the larger conversation about food?
Well, I think it brings a little more internationality to the scene in St. Louis. I'm very influenced by Mediterranean food, and when I talk about Mediterranean food, I talk about the entire coast of the Mediterranean as being one region. In the sense, olive oil is the kind of leitmotif of everything, and we pay respect to olive oil, and because our name basically means olive oil. Mm-hmm. Elaia is the ancient Greek word for both olive and oil. Did you know that olive and oil are etymologically related?
No, I didn't.
They sound kind of the same.
Yeah.
Olive, oil. There is. So that's Elaia.
Okay.
And we actually have a private label olive oil that we're going to bottle.
That's fantastic.
Yep.
And you're getting toward the opening. When do you think the opening date's going to be?
November 11th.
Okay.
It falls on a Sunday, which typically we're not going to open Elaia on a Sunday night for dinner, but the numbers just. I have a number kind of numerology weakness, so the numbers just work perfectly.
11/11.
Yeah, it's my number. It is.